Welcome to our thought for the week. The word identity has become very common in society today. People pride themselves on particular identities and see themselves, therefore, in opposition to many other people whom they reckon are in different identities from them. The paper which we have daily on a Saturday has a sort of weekend special package with all sorts of things to enhance your identity, lifestyle, well-being, fitness, which sort of holidays you go on, recipes that are good for you, and so on. And you know full well if you go on various websites or when you're online, you can be asked if you like something or not like it and be invited to press the necessary for a thumbs up or a thumbs down. You've got to have an opinion on everything. And as these opinions accumulate, so you begin to forge a distinct identity. And that then helps you to put down somebody else. That's the implication of it. There's a famous story of two academics who were shipwrecked on a desert island, and they set to building three universities, one for themselves, the second for the other person, and then the third university was one in which neither would be seen dead. So we do define ourselves negatively quite a lot of the time. I think our identity is more slippery and more exciting than that. It's taking the form, a profound form, sometimes joyful, sometimes awkward, of who we are. I would say the gift of who we actually are. Never mind influences or opinions on anything. A songwriter whose work I love, John Prine, has a super line in one of his songs. You know, I could have me 1,000,000 more friends, and all I'd have to lose is my point of view. So, Paul, the apostle, this wasn't new even in his time. Who was he? There are all sorts of dichotomies in Paul's writing between the Jew and the Greek or the Gentile, the slave and the free, and the irony that as servants of Christ we are truly free. What happens when we die? The vivid writing in his earliest letter, 1 Thessalonians, in the New Testament, when the Lord comes, descends, and the trumpet will sound, and we shall meet with the Lord in the air. And then a little later, in another of his letters, in Galatians, for example, he writes, whether we live or whether we die, we are the Lord's. And the crucial thing there, I think, for Paul is the Lord loves us, knows us, undergirds us, sees us through and through, holds us in life and in death and beyond our imagining. And it's that sense that I want to commend very simply in this brief thought for the week that enhances our identity. It makes us realize that actually we are nothing other than what we receive from God. And that is profoundly everything. St. Francis said, everything I have, Lord, is yours. My tunic, my girdle, that's the rope around his waist, even my underpants. So what can I give back to you? And Paul hit it on the head in his first letter to the Corinthians, where he wonders out loud, am I a true apostle or not? Peter saw the Lord, James saw the Lord, 500 people all at once saw the Lord, and then as one untimely born, writes Paul, he appeared to me. But by the grace of God, I am what I am. God's grace gives us true freedom so that we don't have to worry about how we appear, which groups we associate with or don't, but simply hold that freedom in God for eternity.